All right, good morning, everyone. It is November 7th, 2024. Welcome to the Kane County Ad Hoc Opioid Settlement Fund Committee meeting. Could I get roll call, please?
Payne, Mosser,
Present.
Russell, Strathman,
Present.
Isaacson. You have a quorum?
Oh, you're good. When people are new to these microphones, it takes a minute to get used to them. So, do we have any requests for remote attendance?
No.
See any? Nope. Could I ask for a motion to approve the minutes from September 5th, 2024?
So moved.
Is that unanimous or?
I think it's unanimous consent.
Yes,
in
it
that
was
case.
unanimous.
Okay.
Was implied.
And is it, no one signed up for public comment? Okay, very good. Moving on to item A, discussion on county fiscal year 2025 budget and projects. One thing that we continue to look at, of course, with the way this funding is coming to the county, there is not a set payment schedule. So these funds come in as the various lawsuits are settled. Our current cash balance is about 1.3 million, 1,356,097. Out of that, we have committed about $600,000 in projects supporting both substance use treatment in the community and also working with our specialty courts. So we have a balance of about $750,000 cash right now, but checks are showing up all the time, and we should be getting these payments for a decade plus. So we will have additional funding, but it does make it a little more challenging when we're budgeting because we don't know exactly what the cash flow is going to be. So keeping that in mind, I know we do have several requests that we want to talk through. So I will move to item B and look for a motion to discuss that first resolution.
So moved. Second.
Okay, thank you. So on item B, approving opioid settlement revenue expenditure for forensic lab expenditures or expenses and authorizing budget adjustment. I believe, is there someone here who wishes to speak to that from the sheriff's office? Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Chief Kaddish from the Kane County Sheriff's Office. This is, we're asking for money for settlement, or excuse me, for reimbursement of current salaries of our lab personnel and expenses for the lab for drug testing that we are doing. In the future, when the funds are available, we'd like to ask for money to actually construct a new lab at the Sheriff's Office. All the blueprints and engineering have all been completed. When that money is available, we'd like to move forward with that request as well.
Thank you. So it sounds like we'll have to adjust then what's in here. And based on what I just heard, it sounds like salaries are going to be what the priority would be. Do you happen to know the total dollar amount that we could approve or entertain approving for that?
So my understanding is this is the 300,000 for the salaries and other minor expenses as it relates for benefits. The other resolution will be for the actual construction.
Great.
So I think you could consider this full amount.
Okay, very good. All right, so move to the second page of that. Do you mind? Or is there one?
You move to the second page.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so 317,220. Okay, can we get roll call, please?
Mosser,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Isaacson.
Yes.
Passes.
Thank you. And resolution C, based on what we have in current cash, we are looking to, well, do I need a motion to discuss it or can we pull it?
You need a motion to do either. It's up to
Okay.
you.
Can I get a motion to discuss?
I will move. I'll second.
Okay, so based on the information that was just shared, I believe we're going to pull this for a later date.
Yeah, so you need somebody to move to continue to a date certain, or you can just move to table and then it can be brought back up and you can just set it on the agenda at a further time.
I'll just move to table this at this point.
Do I need a second?
I will second.
Okay, and roll call?
It's a procedural one. You can
Okay.
you can just say any objection kind of thing and do a.
Okay. There's no objections. So item C will be tabled. Item D. This is just an item I wanted to bring up for discussion in terms of how we are approving payments. So again, we won't be voting on this, but using the specialty courts as a example, do we want to be bringing all expenses back to this committee for approval after we've approved a project? Or do we want to set up a separate mechanism where as long as the expenses are aligned with the budget that's submitted, that we have another mechanism, for example, if they can just submit those to the health department and I can approve them if they're in line with what we had already approved.
So are you saying that if, for example, the sheriff's office has more, that they wouldn't have to go through resolution?
No, I'm saying for the expenses that we approved, that we voted to approve, that they can send those through to, I mean, personnel is a little bit different since that's reimbursement, but let's say there's a contract that those invoices can be submitted. I can approve them and the cash can flow because the project has been approved, as long as it's within the confines of what's already been approved. Anything outside of that, of course, would need to come back.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay, so again, just
To
a
be
discussion.
clear, I don't have to do any additional work, right?
Correct.
Then yes.
Very good.
That works.
Okay, so then that can be our process. I can put a resolution together if need be. I can work with the civil division and we can, I don't know if we need to bring that to a future meeting as a process or if that can just be.
We'll work it out for you. It might need to be some sort of an informal process that's kind of explained to a subset of other departments. And once they okay it, then we're good to go.
Okay, excellent. Is there a need for an executive session?
No, I do have a question though. We were going to potentially discuss putting up eventually a resolution where if, for example, Sheriff Hain isn't here, like right now, he could appoint somebody to be in his place.
Yes.
So should we get that maybe for the next session if everybody's agreeable to that?
That makes sense.
And with that needs to be a resolution?
At the very least, let us look into if it would even need to be more, because you're essentially
Proxy.
creating a proxy,
Okay.
which traditionally is not done.
Okay. Excellent. Is there any other items for discussion? All right, I'll look for a motion for adjournment.
I
So
would move
moved.
to adjourn.
I will second.
Very good. All right. We will see you. We are still meeting every other month,
Yes.
correct? So does that mean January?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Would have an excellently run meeting.
All right, thank you, everybody.